Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Pino the Lister here with another video content thing for your wonderful faces. Before we get into it, just wanted to talk about some stuff we talked about in the last video. I asked, what games have you played in the last 10 years? What are your favorites? What are some of the best things that you've played? I had a couple answers in the comments. I appreciate that. We have The Witcher 3, The Last of Us, Dust, An Elysian Tale, Bonk's Adventure, Mario Kart. I think there was one more, but I can't remember what it is. I've played a couple of those games. All sound like really good choices. Haven't played Bonk's Adventure. Haven't played Dust either. And yeah, I gotta point something out. I recorded this whole video about a half hour ago, and in my infinite wisdom, did not unmute my microphone. So I find that pretty funny. But video number 2 on the channel. What's to be expected? You're gonna mess up. You're gonna mess some stuff up. It's gonna happen here and there. But we're still here. I'm recording it again. I'm happy to do it again. It's stuff that I want to talk about, so it's all good. We got a new tree in the igloo. There we go. Not that you can't see it in all its epileptic glory. It's going to be going on behind us. My gamer tree, if you look up in the corner, not up my nose, right there, that is my first ornament I put on there. That's a Dumbledore ornament. So gaming, Harry Potter, maybe some other things. Letterkenny, perhaps we could throw some stuff on there. So I asked in the last video what type of content would you guys like to see next, and the first comment I got was, hey, what are some unreleased games that you are really looking forward to playing? And that was a really simple list to come up with, I think. I came up with a top 10. I really have 12, but there's a story for the last 2. I'll save it for when I get there. And to be fair, there are a couple games on here that come out tomorrow and later this week. But since we're making the video tonight, I can say they're unreleased and that I want to play them. So, whatever. What are you going to do? So, jumping right in. First one's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. And I guess I want to preface any of these listings with I'm a little different when it comes to what I want to play and how I kind of figure out what I want to play, how I take in that content. I don't really watch a lot of trailers. I don't read a lot of stuff about a game unless I'm really on the fence of whether or not I want to get it or spend the money on it or anything like that. So a lot of these games got into the list just on title alone because I know they're going to be something that I'm interested in because either the company that's making them is solid or it's part of a series that I'm going to play every one of that gets released. So anyway, get that out of the way. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've played the last 2, Origins and Odyssey. Both really good games, Egypt and Ancient Greece. Now we're headed to Valhalla, which is just ripe for the picking as far as story and story arcs and where you can go with it. And Ubisoft, they release a new Assassin's Creed every year. As we all know, it's the Call of Duty of Ubisoft. But they've been pretty solid so far since they started doing that, so I don't really have any complaints. It's also the first game I'm going to play on my Series X Xbox that is coming out tomorrow. Ooh, excuse me. So I'm really looking forward to that to kind of see how far they can take it with graphics and visuals and just the amount of content that they can shove onto that thing, because it's supposed to just be a monster, so that'll be fun. That actually gets released tomorrow as well, I believe. And we've already got that on order. That'll be here, so I should have a video opinion on that game at some point here soon. We'll see. Number 2 is the remake of Demon's Souls for PlayStation 5. I'm not going to get to play this one for a bit since I did not get a pre-order for a PS5. Hopefully, I'm walking through a store and I see one available and I'll just buy it. We'll go from there. That's what's kind of happened the last few console generations. But either way, it looks like it'll be worth waiting for. I did watch a little bit of content on that. If you don't know, Demon's Souls was made for the PlayStation 3 by From Software. It's kind of the original Blood Souls game, you know, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Sekiro, all that type of stuff from Software. That was the original type of game that they came out with for the PS3. Super hard, super fun, kind of lots of lore that they don't really tell you about that you just kind of figure out. They're known for all that type of stuff. And from what I saw, the game looks incredible. I can't wait to play it. Number three, I actually just found out about today, reading Twitter. It's called Fuser. Best way to describe it, I don't want to call it a DJ game because it's not really a DJ game, but from what I watched, well, it is a DJ game. Like you mix the songs together like a real DJ. So I watched like 2 minutes of gameplay, and like towards the top of the screen, the guy had access to like 6 different songs, and they're real songs. You know, Dance Monkey and High Hopes, and there was some rap stuff on there, some Lady Gaga, some party rock anthem, and as your beat is going, you know, whatever, you can pick from the 6 songs that were at the top and kind of pick an element of each song and put it into your mix. Like you might have the vocals from High Hopes with the beat from Dance Monkey and the guitar from some other rock song or something like that. And it just looked really super fun. All licensed music, and from what I read, the developers paid a little bit of extra money to be able to stream it as well. So to kind of get around Twitch's recent DMCA BS that's been going on about licensed music, I think the developers looked out for us on this one, and we'll be able to stream it, which I do stream on Twitch. If you didn't know, twitch.tv/Peanut the Lister, same as this address. I don't stream very often, but when I do, we have a pretty good time. So feel free to stop on in there and say hi. Next one isn't really a game. It's the Xbox Series X, which I'm definitely excited about. It'll be here in a day or two. I'm hoping it gets here tomorrow. We'll see. I do plan on doing an unboxing video for you guys, though. I don't know if you care about that or not, but I'm going to do one anyway. Because, I got to take the thing out of its box, so why not film some content while we're doing it? So that should be in the next couple days. I hope to do that this week because I'm out on vacation this weekend, and we'll see from there. Number 5 is Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory. Now, another one I don't know a whole lot about. I am picturing Theatrhythm or Theatrhythm Curtain Call, if you're familiar with those. Those were the Final Fantasy rhythm games for the DS and the 3DS. This is a Kingdom Hearts rhythm game, so I don't think it can suck, I guess is the right way I can put it. I played all the mainline Kingdom Hearts games at least, and KH Music is legit, and to be able to play a rhythm game based around that seems just incredible. So I can't wait to deal with that. That actually comes out this week as well. I know CloudArt's really looking forward to that. You'll see him in the comments on every one of these videos. He's awesome. He's probably one of the guest people you'll see as well. Next one, I would wager, is at the top of most people's coming out soon list, and that's Cyberpunk 2077 by CD Projekt Red. Why do I say by CD Projekt Red? Because that's who made The Witcher 3, which currently resides at or near the top of 95% of best game ever lists. Definitely best games of when it came out. That came out last year, I believe. So, a lot to look forward to. It's going to be a super long game with a million different things to do and a million different stories to take in. It's going to be the definitive game of not only this year, but next year, I think, even. There's that much going on. Number 7 is not a game per se, more a DLC. Anybody that knows me knows I've played thousands of hours of The Binding of Isaac, Rebirth, and Afterbirth, and Afterbirth Plus, and Antibirth, and all sorts of other mods. Well, Repentance is the last DLC for The Binding of Isaac. I don't know if that means they're going to make a whole new game at some point in their lives. Who knows? But more new content for a game that's probably in my top 5 of all time, definitely of top 5 amount of time I've put into games, is always welcome to me. And kind of a cool thing about it, if you're familiar with like Sonic Mania, that was put together by a lot of people that are in the Sonic, ROM hacking community, like those types of guys that make their own games. This Repentance DLC is actually a combination of not only the last DLC that the creators of the game wanted to do, but an entire another mod that I mentioned earlier, Anti-Birth. It's they got together with those guys and made a whole new thing based on everything those guys had done. So that is awesome. I can't wait to play it. Number 8, and these are in no order. I'm kind of deciding as I'm talking to you about them which one I'm most excited about. So maybe by the end I'll be able to reveal that. Tetris Effect Connected for the Xbox Series X. I played Tetris Effect on PlayStation 4 late last year on the PSVR, which was incredible. It's just kind of your standard issue Tetris game with a lot more visual effect to it than normal. It's really just kind of can be a little bit of a Zen experience. I'm excited to see how they can use the power of the Series X to do some fun stuff. Since it's not going to be in VR, I'm not really sure what to expect. Let's see. My list is over there. So if you see me kind of glancing that way, that's because I'm looking at a Google Doc that I put together to kind of keep me on task. Otherwise, I tend to just blah, 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 blah. And my phone is listening to everything I'm saying. That's pretty funny. Make sure that doesn't do anything. What did I say? Number 9? Number 9 is Far Cry 6. Oh, this nervous thing isn't really going away, guys. I'm trying my best, but I'm stuttering. Anyway, Far Cry 6. I generally play the main release Far Cry games as they come out. This one has a little bit more interest in it for me, mainly because of the main villain. They're really well known for their main villains that they put into these games. It's actually Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, which is one of my favorite TV shows. I watch it about once a year. So when I saw him on the cover, I said, well, I got to play that one. I would anyway, but that's going to help. Number 10 is Halo Infinite. Why Halo Infinite? I always play the Halo games, the new release Halo games. Actually, I think I've played all of the Halo games and put them all on the list. This one, I'm really excited to see where they go with it. The last one, Halo 5 Guardians, I think was the last one that they came out with, was kind of a bit of garbage. Gameplay-wise, it was fine, but the story was just meh. So it's interesting to see where they're going to go with this with all the new power of the Series X and see what they can come up with. So I don't think that's coming out till next year, though. So we're down to the last 2. And I'd mentioned at the beginning of the video that these 2 kind of have a story, and I'll explain why. So I went to talk to my kid. I got home from work, and I said, hey, I'm going to do a video tonight. And she said, what is it? I said, oh, top 10 unreleased games that I want to play. I said, oh, cool. Is blank, blank, blank on there? No. What about blah, blah, blah? No. And if you know me at all, these 2 games should have definitely been in the top 10. I don't know what would have got bumped necessarily. Well, I guess I have a game system on there. I could definitely have bumped it for that. But number 11 is Final Fantasy 16. This one kind of slipped out of my mind for really a couple reasons. We haven't seen a whole lot about it, and it's probably not going to be out for like 2 years. I don't know if that's a legit time frame or not, but I know it's going to be a while before it comes out. But I'm definitely going to play it. I'll buy it day one. I'll play it like I do every one of them that comes out, and I'm sure it's going to be awesome like most of them usually are. Number 12 is that new Harry Potter game, Hogwarts World or Hogwarts Infinite or whatever it's called. I don't know if you guys have seen any of that, but I'm a super duper Harry Potter fan. I talk about Harry Potter all the time, and this looks like an open world choose your own adventure in the world of Harry Potter. like not just Hogwarts or Hogsmeade or stuff around there, but it looks like it really has. I don't want to say everything because I don't know, but and it's not based on the story of Harry Potter. I mean, it kind of is. Like you go to Hogwarts and you get sorted and you do stuff and blah blah blah, but it's kind of like a create your own legacy type thing. So I'm really intrigued to see what that's gonna break down and look like in a game. But they kind of rumored it a couple years ago, and it looked awesome then, and it looks even better now. So we'll see. And that is my top 10/12 games I'm looking forward to playing that are unreleased. So if you like that, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff that everybody says in their videos. Smash that like button, click the notification, whatever. If you want to sub to me, sub to me. I'm going to put out content like this as much as I can, and maybe get a little bit better production quality out of myself. I don't really edit too much. Like most big time channels would edit out the drink of water. I don't really do that. This is just kind of a download of what's on my brain on whatever subject we talked about. So, yeah, if you like that, do all those things. Feel free to put in the comments some games that you guys are looking forward to. Maybe there's something I missed and there's something I want to play. Next video should be in a couple days. Like I said, that's the Series X unboxing. But feel free to put in the comments anything you do want to see. Otherwise, I got some stuff lined up that should be interesting. And until then, keep putting it on the list. Do. Later.